Hello, welcome to Blaymeister's Chicken channel. Sorry, YouTube channel. We may be small, but the chicken squadron is mighty. This is a little video about the upcoming patch notes that come out on Monday. There's a few things I'd like to cover. Firstly, the new ships, the new buffs, the new ranked system, the potential premiums that are coming out, plus maybe a few conversations about the future of the game, how things have changed, and that kind of thing. Bottom line, TLDR, don't want to read all the patch notes, have a listen to this, let's see how we get on. So after that musical interlude, as per usual, updates will be coming out on Monday, in this case May the 17th, 2 to 5 AM Central Time, or 7 to 10 AM UTC, and the update's not too big. Couple of gig, shouldn't be too bad. Hang on. Let's turn this on its head. Let's start at the bottom of the patch notes, and then work our way up. How's that for different? Firstly, apparently, there is a 90% certainty we're going to get the Soviet Tier 5 cruiser, the Makarov, which some have called the Russian Nuremberg. Don't quote me on that. We also have the Tier 6 German destroyer, the Z-35. Let's hope it's better than the Z-39, because that was popular, wasn't it? But, nice some new premiums. Let's see how they do. Good news! They've also fixed the camouflage problem with the gearing in the Conqueror. Well, that's a relief. Those permanent Union Jack camos are going to be coming out soon! There's a little update on the premium supplies mission for legendaries. Sadly, we now have to get 7 kills. However, for doing that, we get 100 steel badges, which is worth it, which means that we should be able to get the Missouri by, June 2032, if we're lucky. But we'll get there. There's also a few historical camouflages coming out for the Icarus, the Jarvis, the Lightning, the Colorado, the Iowa, the Benson, the Fletcher, which you can upgrade, which is nice. Be nice to see what they're like. There's also something called coupons. They don't explain a lot, but I'm thinking that it's basically 50p off a packet of biscuits. Now everyone likes 50p off a packet of biscuits, so I'm fairly happy that this is going to be something useful. But where do we get the biscuits? But moving on, this is the meat and the potatoes. This is the balance changes. So, what have we got? Indianapolis gets a bit of love. Battery accuracy is improved, bit of damage increase on HE and AP, turret traverse has been improved, the Megami's had its turret traverse improved, which is nice, and its torpedo speed has been improved as well. The Hipper's had its reload time reduced. It did need a little bit of love, it was kind of falling behind. Interestingly, the Baltimore's had a buff. Traverse speed on the turrets, accuracy is improved, the whole BHE and AP maximum damage has been improved. Did the Baltimore need a buff? Well, if you watch the triple Baltimore play with myself, Hive and Spartan on Monday on Hive's YouTube, you'd probably say not. But there we go. The New Orleans has had its battery accuracy improved by about 3%, and the reload time is reduced from 15 to 14 seconds. So just a little bit less time before you get citadeled by that Synop that's lurking around the corner. Now, disappointingly, the Fantasca's had its default torpedo speed decreased from 75 to 69, and the upgraded one is equally reduced, which is a tragedy, which I think is probably to give it some space between the upcoming legendary destroyer, which I shall mention shortly. It's a bit sad, but at least it's still really quick. Kagaro's had its reload buffed on its torpedoes. Both the Benson and the Fletcher have had their damage increased on their HP and AP. They have a new artillery module that's in there, so most of us that have already got it, we can just click the button, spend a few credits. There's also a bit of a change to anti-air suites. So what's been changed is that the continuous damage from AA guns is now a little bit higher, but there are fewer flat clouds, so you're doing more damage over time, but you can actually avoid them better, if that makes any sense. Next we have ranked battles. Season 12 and Season 13 are nearly upon us. Looking at this, they're going to add a few new formats to it. They're looking at making it a little bit harder at the higher end, and they're changing the way it works. Listen to this. Each season is 12 days long, starting on May the 20th and June the 3rd respectively. there's 11 ranks split into 3 leagues. So each league has its own specific ship, and the team sizes will be dynamic and smaller teams will be formed if Matchmaker basically has a brain fart and can't get everybody into a game and thousands of people want to play Destroyers. There will be fewer save points in the ladder, however, and interestingly, the best players on the losing team save their stars. The top 2 players in League 3, the top player in League 2, but no stars are saved for players on the losing team in League 1. So League 1 is going to be a moan fest of people blaming their teams for failing. What's good is that steel badges can be earned by reaching rank 7, which looks to be about halfway through in terms of League 2, with more becoming available at rank 1. Obviously, thankfully, there will be no aircraft carriers in ranked battles, and there's something about displaying your win rate and checking each other's stats after the battle. I'm not sure about that, feels like flexing, but some people like that kind of thing. Now, interestingly, we have 2 Bureau projects. We've got the Club Air, yay, which is like a Fantasque, but better. We'll be really interested to see this. I'm going to go and look at some Club Air gameplay on the PC to see what that's like, because I love my Fantasque, even if they're nerfing it. There's also the Worcester, which I never played when I rented it. Will be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, the Club Air gets the battery reload booster, doesn't get a smoke generator. Apparently she improves on Le Fantasque's qualities. It'll be interesting to see how much. Apparently bringing greater competition to the Khabarovsk, the Shimakaze and the Gearing. I can't help but think that another destroyer probably wasn't the right choice, but hey, what do I know? However, good news, there is obviously this cruiser that we've all been crying out for in Legendary. I know that the Worcester was a little bit maligned when it was being rented. Let's see how it develops. It is necessary. We needed something. Whether it makes a difference to those games where we're crying out for cruisers at Legendary tier, I don't know. Only time will tell. But I'd be interested to play them. Let's see what happens. We also have the Godzilla vs Kong collab. To be honest, doesn't interest me a huge amount. Camos look okay. The difference between the two of them is Godzilla is more of a tank. You get the reduced spotter reload, you get the reduced chance of fire, and you get an improvement on your heal as well. Kong, you get, it's basically anti-AA commander. So, yeah, interesting. Not really for me. Make your own decisions about those ones. The campaign is for the Champagne, a 16-inch armed version of the Gascoigne that we currently have as a global XP ship. 6 guns, apparently very accurate, 34 knots. They say it's got the biggest guns in the game so far. Does that mean we're going to get the Republic as a Legendary in the future? That'll be cool. And yeah, there's 100 segments on the Havoc. You get the hard mode as per usual. And if you invest the 2,500 doubloons, the package is pretty good. It's fairly conventional. Bunch of boosters, 500 doubloons, bunch of crates, and then you get the battleship at the end, and of course there's a little bit of steel as well. All in all, not half bad. So what do you think? Some new ships, some buffs, some nerfs. Pretty sure Monk 52 and Metajerk are going to be pretty grumpy about the Fantasque getting nerfed, as am I, but we kind of knew that. It's been interesting. Champagne will be cool, ranked. Let's see how that goes. If you've got any comments on what you think's going on with these buffs, these nerfs, the campaign, anything like that, feel free to write in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. But most of all, do bear in mind that these voiceovers, this TLDR video, is something of a test. The microphone's not great, and really I'm experimenting to see what you guys think of it. It's a bit of fun. Let's have some fun. We play ships for fun. Let's keep having fun. And you know what? Yes, there are some things in there that we might not like, but they're balancing and improving the game, and they're adding things to it. That can't be bad. And at the end of the day, it's free to play. I quite like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe.